It was quiet inside here. Every thought arrives with sirens. Every memory arrives with fear. I have turned the volume down on everything that used to make me feel, but the static just gets louder when there's nothing left to drown the deal. I am living in the interference between the person that I was and whoever I'm becoming, in the wreckage of the buzz. I have smiled through conversations while the frequencies collide. I am fluent in performing fine while falling apart inside. I need something strong enough to cut through all of this. I need a signal clear enough to find me in the midst of all the noise I cannot name but cannot stop from coming. Something steady, something sane, something that is not just running. There is static in my head, and I have lost the original sound. There is static in my head, and I am trying to find solid ground. Every voice has got an opinion on who I am and what I've done, but there is one voice in the chaos that has always been the one. Cut through the static, I need you to cut through. There is static in my head, and only you break through. I have scrolled until my eyes were dry, searching for something real. I have filled the silence with everything except the thing I need to feel. I am allergic to the stillness because the stillness asks the questions that I have been too busy and too frightened to be answering. There is something underneath the noise that I am terrified to meet, a version of myself that's waiting in the quiet underneath. But maybe what I've been avoiding isn't ruin, isn't shame. Maybe what lives in the silence already knows mine now. I need something true enough to outlast what I've believed. I need a frequency that reaches somewhere past what I've achieved, past the performance and the proving, past the version built for show. Something finds me in the static, something I can overthink or know. There is static in my head, and I have lost the original sound. There is static in my head, and I am trying to find solid ground. Every voice has got an opinion on who I am and what I've done, but there is one voice in the chaos that has always been the one. Cut through the static, I need you to cut through. There is static in my head, and only you break through. All at once, you're not enough. You've gone too far, they don't really know you. You'll fall apart, you always do, you always will. Just keep the noise on, just keep it filled. Just keep performing, just keep the pace. You don't deserve to take up space. Stop, I know that frequency, I know that broadcast, I know who runs that station, and it is not the truth. There is a voice that spoke the world into existence, and it is speaking now, and it is speaking into you. Not the static, not the shame, transmission, not the signal built from every wound that taught you to expect the worst. The original voice, the one that said your name before the world had a chance to mispronounce it. Be still, I am here. Be still, I have always been here. In the static, under the noise, before the frequency, before the fear, I was the sound, before the silence broke. I will be the sound when every other fades, and I am saying your name right now through everything. Can you hear it? Listen, can you hear it? I said listen. There was static in my head, but I have found the original sound. There was static in my head, and you were always underneath it all along. Every voice that had an opinion has been answered by the one who does not need the noise to find me, who was there before the decided they'd move closer, somewhere around midnight again. My chest became a locked room, with no window and no end. I've counted all the ceiling tiles, I've traced the same four walls. I have talked myself through panic, while convincing myself it's not that bad at all. But it is, and I am tired of pretending that this weight just comes and goes, because it comes and stays and settles in the places no one knows. I'm shaking underneath the surface of a face I built for day, and tonight I have run out of room to keep the real thing locked away. I am not okay right now, and I am saying it not to the ceiling, not to the dark, but out loud to whatever holds the night. When the night is this heavy, I can't breathe tonight. The air has turned to something solid in my chest. I can't breathe tonight, and all my coping mechanisms failed the test. But there is something in this room that is older than my fear, something that is sat with people in the worst nights of their years. And it is here, it is right here. I can't breathe tonight, but I am not alone in this. I know it triggered at this time, and I know it makes no sense. I know the danger isn't real, but my body can't tell the difference. There is a gap between the knowing and the feeling in my bones, between the truth I tell myself and the terror I condone. I have Googled all the symptoms at 2:47 a.m. I have tried the breathing exercises and started over again and again. I am not weak for being here, I am human, that's the cost of caring enough to feel things, even when the feeling makes me lost. I don't need the answer right now, I don't need the reason why. I just need something steady to sit beside me in the riot of my own mind. I can't breathe tonight. The air has turned to something solid in my chest. I can't breathe tonight, and all my coping mechanisms failed the test. But there is something in this room that is older than my fear, something that is sat with people in the worst nights of their years. And it is here, it is right here. I can't breathe tonight, but I am not alone in this. I just need one breath that isn't borrowed from the panic, one breath that comes from somewhere deeper than the damage, one breath that proves the oxygen is still there, even when my body has forgotten how to find the air. I know you walked on water, but did you ever drown in a feeling? Did you ever lie awake with the chest that wouldn't open? Did you ever know the specific darkness of 3 a.m. and terrified? Yes, in the garden, sweat like blood, in the garden, cup of dread, in the garden, fully human, in the garden, filled with what we feel. You know this room, you have been in this room, not above it, not outside it, in it, with skin on, breathing hard here, and still here is enough. I couldn't breathe tonight, but I found air inside the place I least expected. Couldn't breathe tonight, and something breathed for me until I recollected. There is always something present in the rooms where we come apart. Not a concept, not a doctrine, something personal and close that knows the specific weight inside a specific chest, inside a specific dark. I can't breathe. Slow now. I can breathe. Let go now. I can breathe. Tonight the worst has passed. I made it through. I always make it through. Breathe. You are still here. So am I. We made it. They come when I'm not looking, between the hours and the haze. A thought I didn't send for, that arrives and decides to stay. It doesn't knock, it doesn't warn me, it just darkens what was bright. A shadow wearing my own voice, speaking things I'd never say in light. I have sat across the table from the worst of what I think. I have stared into the version of myself that's on the brink. And the scariest part is not the darkness, it's how familiar it has grown. Like a terrible old roommate I forgot I didn't choose to own. I know these thoughts are not the truth, but they feel like mine. I know the shadow is not me, but it knows how to climb into every crack of tired, every gap of unguarded time. I need something that can hold me when I'm losing the light. These are shadow thoughts, and I refuse to let them sign my name. These are shadow thoughts, they wear my voice, but I am not the same as what they say I am. As what they say I'll always be. There is a light that casts a shadow, which means the light is still in me. These are shadow thoughts, and I am more than these. I have never told a soul about the specific ones that come at night, the ones that feel like premonitions, the ones that make me scared of my own mind. I have laughed at normal things, while something darker at its current underneath. I have been so good at living double sunlight on my face and ice beneath. But I am tired of the secret of the thing I carry solo, of pretending that my inner weather matches what the outside shows. There is something almost freeing just in naming what I've hidden. Shadow thoughts exist inside me, and I'm still here, I'm still living. I know these thoughts are not a sentence, they are symptoms, not my soul. I know the darkest things I've thought do not define the whole. There is something that sees every shadow, every corner, every cave, and has not turned away from me yet, and will not turn away. These are shadow thoughts, and I refuse to let them sign my name. These are shadow thoughts, they wear my voice, but I am not the same as what they say I am. As what they say I'll always be. There is a light that casts the shadow, which means the light is still in me. just say, I know the thought, I know the Tuesday, I know the 2 a.m. and the specific shape of that particular dark. I know the version of the thought you almost followed, and I was there before it finished, already interceding. You are not your shadow thoughts, you are not the worst thing that has ever crossed your mind in the unguarded hours. The presence of a dark thought is not proof of a dark soul, it is proof of a human one. Even the holiest people have stood where you are standing, frightened by the contents of their own interior, and none of them were abandoned, and neither will you be. The shadow means the light is real. The darkness means there's something worth protecting. You are worth protecting. You have always been worth protecting. Shadow thoughts, they do not own me. Shadow thoughts, I see through you now. Shadow thoughts, you are not my name. You are not my future. You are not my God. These were shadow thoughts, and I have dragged them into open air. For shadow thoughts, and something met me there. Not with judgment, not with distance, not with answers clean and bright. With the presence in the shadow that became the shadow's light. I am not what crossed my mind at the worst hour, the worst night. I am the one who made it through. I am the one who chose the fight. These are shadow thoughts, not sentences. These are shadow thoughts, not evidence. These are shadow thoughts, and I am light. Light. I have reached the edge of what my own 2 hands can hold. The seams I've been maintaining are beginning to unfold. I have patched the same tears 7 times with whatever I could find, but the fabric keeps on splitting from the pressure from inside. I am not the kind of person who asks for this out loud. I was raised on self-sufficient, I was trained to carry proud, but proud has got a breaking point, and I have found it in the dark. On my knees on a Tuesday, coming fully apart. I have nothing left to offer but the honest sound of this. I am coming undone slowly, and I cannot fix it with my fist. So I am asking what I've never asked before, out loud, without conditions, without knowing what comes after this. Hold me together when I am pulling at the seams. Hold me together, I have run out of the will to hold my own weight. Hold me together, not because I've earned the right to ask, but because I know you've held the broken things that no one else could grasp. I am here, I am asking, hold me together, hold me, please. I have watched the ones I love try to hold me from the outside, but there's a kind of coming apart that hands can't reach, it lives inside. And I don't blame them for not knowing how to fix what has no name, how to hold a person steady when the shaking comes from somewhere they can't claim. So I stopped explaining what I couldn't find the words to say. I just carried it in silence like a wound beneath the tailored frame. But silence have no performance left tonight. I am standing in the open with the wreckage of my trying in the light, and I am asking what I should have asked before. Just this, just hold me, nothing more. Hold me together when I am pulling at the seams. Hold me together, I have run out of the will to hold my own weight. Hold me together, not because I've earned the right to ask, but because I know you've held the broken things that no one else could grasp. I am here, I am asking. Hold me together, hold me, please. Hold me, please. I don't know how to pray, the kind of prayer that sounds like faith. All I have is this: I am falling, and I need you in the space between the fall and whatever comes after. I don't know the right words, I don't have the strength for form. All I have is here I am at the place where I can't hold what I've been holding. And maybe this is where it starts. Not at the summit, not at the finish line, not when I've cleaned myself enough to come inside. Maybe it starts here on the floor in the middle of the unraveling, with nothing but the honest weight of not being able anymore. And something hears that, something moves toward that, not away toward. Because the ones who hold themselves together don't need holding, but the ones who come apart in open hands, that is where the miracle happens. That is where the mending lands. I feel it, something shifting, something underneath the fracture that is firmer than the breaking. Something holding what I dropped, something catching what I could. Something in the falling that was falling with me all along. Hold me together, you already are. Hold me together, you were holding from the start. When I was pulling at the seams, you were threading from the inside. When I thought I was collapsing, you were building what the breaking was designed to make. Hold me together, I can feel it. Hold me together, I believe it. I am not coming apart, I am coming into something I could not have reached without the breaking open. Hold me, you've got me. Hold me, you've always had me. I am held, I am held, I will not fall. I am held. Everything is happening at once, and none of it will pause for me. The calendar keeps bleeding into itself. The world keeps demanding things I don't have left to give. I have lived on adrenaline so long, I forgot what resting felt like. I forgot what it was to be still, without the guilt of stillness riding on my back like a second shift. The noise is not just outside, it moved inside a long time ago. It's set up in my chest cavity and called the silence home. Now even quiet rooms feel loud to me, even empty nights feel full. I am carrying the weight of everything that hasn't happened yet, and it is making me dull. I am not looking for the chaos to stop, I know the world won't requires perfect circumstance, that needs the bills resolved, the relationships repair, the body rest, everything aligned before it grants a single moment of relief. But that peace never comes, because the circumstances never perfectly align. And I have spent 1,000 nights waiting for the coast to clear, to find it was a lie. So I am learning something harder than the easy kind of rest. I am learning that the anchor doesn't need the water to be less, it just needs to be deeper than the storm can reach. A peace that isn't built on calm, but on something underneath. I am not asking for the silence, I am asking for the center. I'm not asking for the easy road, I am asking for the presence of the one who slept inside a boat, inside a storm, inside the worst the sea could bring, and was not afraid. There is peace in the noise, not after it, inside it. There is peace in the noise, not when it's over, while it's loudest. Something that surpasses every explanation I could give. A quiet at the center that the chaos cannot touch, cannot reach, cannot live. There is peace right here. There is peace in the noise. Everything at once, the phone, the fear, the debt, the deadline, the conversation you're not ready for, the diagnosis waiting in the inbox, the relationship fraying at the ends, the body that is tired, the mind that won't stop, the heart that is so full of everything that nothing fits anymore. And in the middle of all of it, be still, not be still and it will stop, not be still and it will fix itself, not be still and feel nothing, be still and know what? That the same voice that commanded the storm to sit down is in the boat with you right now. Not alarmed, not scrambling, not checking the forecast with concern, asleep in the storm, at peace in the noise. And he is not asleep because he doesn't care, he is asleep because he knows how this ends. And it ends with you arriving, it ends with you on the other shore, it ends with the storm behind you and the ground beneath your feet, and the voice saying, where was your faith? Not to shame you, but because the faith was never needed for the storm to stop, it was needed so you could be still while it raged. That is the peace, that is the only peace that survives the noise. There is peace in the noise, I found it, not beyond it. There is peace in the noise, I have touched it at the bottom of the loudest night. Something that surpasses every framework I could build to understand. A quiet at the center that was placed there by a steady hand, that holds the storm and holds me simultaneously. There is peace, not someday, not when this is over. Now, here, inside the noise, inside the middle, inside the worst of it, the peace is here, the peace is now. Be still and know, still, I am here. I hear you now. I spent so long surrounded by the volume of my own doubt that I couldn't tell the difference between the noise and what was trying to get out. I had prayers that felt like static, Words that hit the ceiling and came down. I had faith that looked like going through the motions of a frequency I couldn't find the sound. I kept asking for a signal, something dramatic, something clear. A burning bush apart, I'd see anything but this ordinary silence, this unremarkable year. This quiet that I kept mistaking for the proof that no one's here. But something changed when I stopped demanding to be shown. Something shifted when I finally put the noise down and sat alone and waited without an agenda, without a deadline, without telling you exactly how and when and where to make yourself known. I hear you now, not in the earthquake, in the still. I hear you now, not in the answer, in the will to stay, to trust, to lean into what I cannot see. You were never far, I was just too loud to hear you speaking quietly. I hear you now. I hear you now. I remember all the versions of the person begging for a sign, who made so many promises conditional on crossing certain lines. If you do this, I'll believe it. If you show me, I'll commit. If the miracle arrives by morning, then I'll finally submit. But you were never in that transaction, never bound by what I built. You were always in the margins of the pages. I was too busy writing guilt, too busy writing fear, too busy drafting my own story to notice you had been the author all along, already here. And something cracked when I ran out of arguments to make. Something opened when the silence finally got to speak, and I heard it. Not a voice like thunder, not a vision, not a feeling I could manufacture on a good week. Just presence, just enough. I hear you now, not in the earthquake, in the still. I hear you now, not in the answer, in the will to stay, to trust, to lean into what I cannot see. You were never far, I was just too loud to hear you speaking quietly. Oh, I hear you now. I hear you now. I wanna tell you something I should have said a long time ago. I am sorry for the times I only came when I needed something fixed, when I arrived with my list and left when you didn't sign the bottom of it. I am sorry for treating the silence like abandonment when you were in it the whole time, waiting for me to stop talking long enough to hear what you'd been saying. In the quiet I kept filling, because you don't always come in the way I wrote the invitation. You came as bread, you came as wine, you came as a man who cried at a graveside, who asked if there was another way, who in the silence. The silence was always a sign, not of absence, of patience, not of distance, of nearness, not of nothing, of everything waiting for me to hear it. I hear you clearly, I hear you finally, I hear you, and I will never mistake the quiet for empty again. I hear you now, I hear you, I hear you now, and always you are always speaking. I hear you now. Break the loop! Break the loop! Here I am again, at the same address I swore I'd leave. Same conversation in my head, same conclusion that I can't achieve. I have walked this hallway so many times, the floorboards know my weight. I have reached the same dead end and called it fate. I know the script by heart now, every twist and every line. I know exactly where the spiral starts, and still I cross the line. There is something almost comfortable about the patterns that destroy. Like the pain at least is familiar, at least the devil you know still comes with the voice. But familiar is not the same as right, and comfortable is not the same as safe. And I am done consenting to the cycle that was never mine to take. Something has to give here, something has to break. Break the loop! I am done repeating what has broken me. Break the loop! The definition of this prison is doing the same thing and expecting to be free. I have circled this mountain long enough to know the view. It is time to stop the pattern. It is time to let something new come through. Break the loop. Break the loop. I can trace it back to something I received before I had a choice. Someone handed me a script and said, this is your life, this is your voice. And I believe them because children believe what the big hands build. And I have been living in a house that someone else designed and called it skill. But I am not the sum of every broken thing that shaped me young. I am not required to keep the lease on damage that was done. There are patterns that were given that were never meant to stay, and the bravest thing I'll ever do is hand them back and walk away. I am not betraying anyone by choosing to be well. I am not abandoning my story by refusing to repeat the parts that turned it into hell. Something is offering a different road, and I am listening for the first time. Really listening. Break the loop. I am done repeating what has broken me. Break the loop. The definition of this prison is doing the same thing and expecting to be free. I have circled this mountain long enough to know the view. It is time to stop the pattern. It is broken, because the same power that walked out of a sealed tomb is the power being offered to walk you out of this room. You were not wired for this, you were wired for more. You were not defined by this, you were defined before. Before the low, before the damage, before the script, before the case. That version of you is still there, waiting on the other side of the decision to stop going around. Stop, stop, stop going around. Stop. Break the low. Break the low. I am breaking it. Break the low. Watch me break it. I am done repeating what has hollowed me. The loop is not my destiny. It is not my DNA. It is not the final word on who I get to be. I have circled long enough. I know every stone, I know every scar. I know the loop's entire geography, and I am leaving it. Break the loop. It's breaking. It's breaking. Break the loop. I feel it breaking. The cycle ends today. The pattern ends today. The old road ends today, and the new one begins. Break is broken. I am free. I didn't notice when it started, the way the dark had made itself at home, how the heavy had become so ordinary. I stopped recognizing it as wrong. I was living in a dimness that I'd learned to call enough. I was functioning in shadows and calling that my life. But something went through without asking. Something moved against the grain. Not loud, not like a lightning strike, more like the first warmth after rain. A slow and certain something that I couldn't quite explain, threading through the places I had given up on feeling again. I did not go looking for it, I was too tired to search. It came into the stillness like a dawn that didn't ask if I deserve the light. This is a breath of light, moving through every room I shut and locked. This is a breath of light, reaching all the places I forgot. We're still alive, we're still worth finding, we're still capable of more than just survive. Something is healing what I hid, something is warming what had gone cold inside. This is the breath of life, and I am breathing it. I am finally breathing it. I am finally breathing it. I have been so careful with the wound that I stopped checking if it closed. I have kept the bandage on so long, I forgot the skin beneath it and what it could become. I have managed the damage without ever asking whether management was all there was. But healing is not management, healing is a different thing entirely. Healing changes the terrain, healing makes the scar a story, not a chain. And I can feel it moving through the layers one by one, like winter thawing from the inside, like the turning toward the sun. I did not earn this entering, I could not have planned this shift. Something came without conditions and began to lift what I had accepted as permanent, as mine, as just the way that I was built. This is the breath of light, moving through every room I shut and locked. This is the breath of light, reaching all the places I forgot. We're still alive, we're still worth finding, we're still capable of more than just survive. message keeps arriving late. By the time the words get here, the feeling has already moved into a place that words don't reach. I wanna tell you what it feels like when the healing starts to come. It doesn't feel like victory first, it feels like sun on skin that hasn't felt it in so long. That warmth itself feels strange, that good itself feels foreign, that okay feels like a miracle. And then slowly the strange becomes familiar, and the familiar becomes expected, and the expected becomes home, and home becomes the thing you thought you'd lost forever. When the dark moved in and stayed too long, the breath that started everything in the beginning, over formless dark, over deep and empty water. That same breath is the one moving through you now. Same creative force that spoke the light into existence is speaking light into the specific dark you have been carrying in the specific rooms you thought were past illuminating. Nothing is past illuminating. Not one corner, not one wound, not one year, not one version of yourself you thought you'd ruin beyond repair. The breath is moving, feel it, the light is sectoring, let it, the healing is already started. You just have to stop bracing for the dark long enough to feel the warmth. It's already here. It's already here. It's already here. This is the breath of light, and it is moving through me now. This is the breath of light. I don't fully understand it, but I feel it, and I'm letting it come in, come through, come all the way in. Every room I bolted shut, every wound I said was permanent, every version of myself I buried in the seasons I survived. Is breathing, is warming, is waking, is rising. This is the breath of light. Keep breathing. This is the breath of light. Keep breathing. Inhale. This is what healing feels like. Inhale. This is what healing feels like. Inhale. This is what healing feels like. Inhale. Inhale. This is what healing feels like. Inhale. This is what living feels like. The light is here. The light is in you. The light has always been in you. Breathe. Just breathe. The light is breathing you home. Let me tell you what that year cost. Let me tell you what I almost lost. Not in the abstract, in the specific. The night I thought the math no longer added up. The morning after, when I had to choose to wake again. The version of myself that didn't make it, and the version standing here instead. I have worn the kind of tire that sleep cannot repair. I have loved the kind of deeply that the losing stripped me bare. I have stood at the conclusion that I didn't have a next, and somehow, against all the evidence, I stepped. I don't have an explanation clean enough to frame and hang. I just have the fact of mourning and the proof of still being here, alive, unchanged in all the ways that count, and completely changed in others, standing where the broken ones who stayed eventually stand. I am still standing. lost the things I've lost, and I have watched them calculate the unbearable cost. And I have had no sermon, no theology that fit the bill. Just, I know, just, I'm here, just somehow, so are we both. Still, there is a fellowship of survivors that no one chooses to apply for. You are inducted by the thing you weren't supposed to make it through the door of. And the membership looks different on every face it finds, but the common thread between us is the morning we decided one more time. I don't stand here full of answers, I stand here full of scars. I don't stand here claiming glory, I stand here claiming this is where I are. Still here, still breathing, still choosing every ordinary, extraordinary day to stay. I am still standing here, not because the storm was merciful. I am still standing here because something held the ground when I had none. Every force that said lie down, every weight that said you're done. I am the answer to the question of what survives when surviving should have been impossible. I am still standing here. I need to say something to the one who is not sure they will be standing this time next year. I need to say something to the one who is running the arithmetic of what's the point at this exact moment. I was you, I ran those numbers, I came up with the same answer you're coming up with, and I cannot promise you the storm will stop by morning. I cannot promise you the loss will be restored. I cannot promise you the pain is a proportionate reward waiting on the other side. But I can promise you this, the fact that you are reading this, the fact that you are hearing this, the fact that something in you sought out a song about surviving, that is not nothing, that is everything. That is the part of you that is still fighting, still reaching, still refusing to let the last word be the dark one. And that part is held, that part is known, that part has a name, and it has been called by the one who made it, and he is saying, stay, stay, please stay. The world needs the version of you that exists on the other side of this night. You don't have to be okay yet, you just have to be here, just breathing, just one more morning. That is enough, that is everything. I am still standing here, and so are you. I am still standing here, and so are you. I am still standing here. The storm was real, the cost was real, the almost was as real as anything I felt. But so is this moment, so is this breath, so is the fact that we are here on the other side of everything that tried to be our last. Every force that said lie down, we didn't. Every weight that said you're done, we aren't. Every night that had no morning had a morning. I am still, we are still standing, still standing here. We are not leaving, we are not leaving. We choose to stay, we choose to stay standing here. inside a version of myself built out of everything I've been told. Every label that was handed me before I was old enough to know I could refuse it. Before I understood that what is given is not always what is true. That the narrative installed in me was written by people who were broken too. I have thought the broken thoughts so long, they stopped feeling like thoughts. They started feeling like facts, like the floor, like the walls, like the shape of the room I was always gonna be trapped in, until I learned the room is not real. The room was never real. I cannot fix this from the outside, cannot rearrange the furniture and call it new. The renovation has to start in the place. The damage always starts from the interior. The thought before the feeling, the root beneath the fruit. The mind that built the prison is the mind that needs the breakthrough. Renew my mind, not patch it, not manage it. Renew it. Renew my mind, not the surface, go all the way through it, to the place where the old agreement lives, the one I signed without knowing what I signed. Come into the architecture of everything I've been told is mine, and build something true. Renew my mind, make me new. I've tried the self-improvement version, the discipline, the routine, the 5 habits of the people who seem to have it figured out at 17. And some of it has helped me, I don't discount the work, but there is a ceiling to what willpower alone can do with hurt. Because the thoughts don't just need managing, they need replacing at the root. A different seed planted deeper than the damage ever grew. And I have felt it working in the moments I go still, when something reads the record of my mind and says, that part, that's not real. But this part is. I am not the same as my old thinking. I am not required to stay inside the mind that was constructed from the rubble of a harder day. Something greater than my willpower is being offered for this work. Not just coping, transformation, not just better. Reborn! Renew my mind, not patch it, not manage it. Renew it. Renew my mind, not the surface, go all the way through it, to the place where the old agreement lives, the one I signed without knowing what I signed. Come into the architecture of everything I've been told is mine, and build something true. Renew my mind, make me new. Here's what I believed about myself before I knew I had a choice: that I was too much, that I was not enough, that I was the sum of my worst moments, that love was always conditional, that peace was for other people, that the quiet in my head was something I had forfeited. I received these things like mail addressed to me. I opened them, I furnished my interior with their contents, and I am returning them now, not in anger, not in blame, but in the full understanding that they were never mine to keep. They were never true. I was not built for diminishment. I was not designed for the loop. I was not wired for the weight that has been living in this room. And the one who made the mind is making it again, not from scratch, from here, not erasing, redeeming, not deleting what I've been, transforming it like raw material in a craftsman's hands, like clay my truth, layer over layer of what is actually true. I am not my worst belief, I am not my oldest wound, I am not the narrative that someone handed me too soon.